mercy. Please, please.
There is no mercy.
Oh, things are bad, bad, bad. About to get sad, and don't be glad, glad, glad. We should be mad. We're going down, down, down. We're all gonna drown. We'll all be poor, poor, poor. But wait, here's some more. We're all in debt, debt, debt. As you can bet, it will get worse, worse, worse. And yes, we're all cursed. We are all broke, broke, broke. And it's such a joke, cause there's no hope, hope, hope. And no one can cope. We are all doomed, doomed, doomed. Nothing's improved. Don't even try. Just give up and cry.
Egghead News. Man, what an intro. Hey, everybody, this is Spivey4994. To all the good folks over on Instagram and also on Facebook. That's right. Haven't forgotten you this time. Too many people just yelling at me. But anyway, as you guys can tell by the thumbnail and also by these nice, pretty pictures floating across your screen, we are here to talk about the current state of the WBC Discovery. DC Films, DCEU, whatever you guys wanted to call it, CWDC Properties, it's all one big bag, it's all in one big barrel. Man, they lost $20 billion. Oh, boy. There's our boy, Jason Momoa, Aquaman. He made a bill, if you guys remember that. But we're going to take a look back, and then we're going to take a look forward to see where we're going, because as of right now, we don't know where exactly we're going. We appreciate everything that's happening. And there's a lot of scuttlebutt out there. A lot of people are talking. They object to this. They object to a lot of things. But in no way, no matter, no how did anyone think that David Zaslav and the Discovery team would not come in and just have to basically blow the whole thing up.
Oh, oh, look at me, Habibi. Oh, oh. Let's get it. Oh, oh, look at me, Habibi.
Egghead News. Welcome back, everybody. Happy New Year 2023. Oh, man. And y'all see that, right? I am Tracy Spivey4994. And with me today, two of the best who ever do it, two of the best who ever knew it. Yep, James Sound Radio.
Yes, sir.
Good to see you. Happy New Year,
man. Happy New Year, man. Glad to be back.
We're starting over with a new kicker, a new year, a new season, and man, it's cold. Man,
Yeah,
it's
and
cold.
outside is winter too.
and not to throw everybody off, we are so happy once again have the brother in arms. One of the best who ever done it, a creative. That's right. You should always have a creative on your podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, the astonishing Mr. Ed Watson's in the house. Ed.
Yeah, I gotta find a Death Star music.
How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Good to see you. Good to see you. As always, I love that background. You can't beat that. And speaking of beating, let's talk first about the beating that are one Mr. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are talking about the people behind me on this little green screen, or the green top. We are talking about Warner Brothers Discovery, the new DC Studios, and of course, we have to talk about the last iteration. You tell me, what did you think of Black Adam?
With me?
Okay. I actually really liked it. I'm surprised that it didn't make its money. I'm really surprised, and I'm wondering, is it because people aren't returning to the theaters that much yet, or?
But then Avatar and Black Panther might say that's not true.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Because I don't know. Maybe a lot of people were just weary because DC movies haven't been doing so great, and They know it's going to go to streaming within like what, a month and a half.
Months.
You know, so you can just wait and not spend money on it and see if you like it or not.
Hey Jeff, you think it was the 15 years of making this thing? It took 15 years to get this thing on the screen, and you would think that he would have done his homework and studied what others have done, and maybe not make what was that movie he made with the big gorilla, and the other thing he made?
Oh man,
with the L.A. and the plane was crap. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, what we're trying to say, ladies and gentlemen, do you think people learn lessons? Did you learn lessons?
Hollywood, no.
Yeah, Hollywood, no. I mean, come on, they're getting ready to relaunch Night Court again. Almost saying so.
It's already done. It's already in the air.
And I'm like, if you would have had, like, I mean, I don't even know the story, the synopsis. You know, I see, John Larroquette is still down, and
he's still down. He's still down.
Like, why didn't they make him the judge? You bring in this new chick.
She's his daughter.
Bernadette from Big Bang.
She's his daughter.
Bernadette from Big Bang. Oh, okay.
Whatever. Anyway,
nostalgia, ladies and gentlemen. Nostalgia.
Yeah.
But let's get back to that. The man attempted at a time of chaos.
$7 production.
He pulled in Henry Cavill, not really knowing he had a guarantee of bringing back Henry Cavill. Now we found out from Mr. Gunn that Henry Cavill wasn't rehired. It's just a whole mess. But his interpretation was, if you don't try. I understand that you have to try. Some people take leaps. Some people take bounds. I get that. But I'm just thinking, foresight, looking over it, maybe it should have been done differently in coordinates. What happened was you had maybe a big ego who jumped over everyone to get the results. And then once he found out that ownership said, no, we're going to go with this guy to run the whole show, it was over. Now you're in bad grace with everyone. No one's going to deal with you.
That's called Hollywood. It's just egos all over the place. That's why a lot of people leave Hollywood.
Yeah.
But George Lucas back in the day didn't want to deal with Hollywood because of that reason.
I mean, he made the attempt, and I mean, if someone had told him, I mean, he went over everybody to talk to the DZ automatically, and the DZ probably said, I have too much to go on. I'm putting this one in charge. But now you just scorched earth, and no producer, no one's gonna want to deal with you.
Yeah.
I'm glad that James Gunn is putting a very public face that everything's good, everything's grand, everybody's happy. When we all know, creatives, you don't do that. You know, and like you said, it's all about egos. But speaking of egos, let's talk about what Mr. Gunn delivered. And I sent you guys a little map of all the upcoming projects.
Yeah.
Overall, I thought, I was a little scared. I thought that Creature Commandos was going to be a film, and then it said no animation. I said, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at this,
That's
and
smart.
I get slammed for this. I always look at it from the business side, because I'm going to preference this to all the people watching this video. My auntie, listen, Mr. Zabzor wants profitable results.
Exactly.
And
So I'm a shareholder.
I feel sorry for Gunn in the fact that, remember, show me the beef, show me the money. When you come with B characters, I'm just trying to understand. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Jeff, I would have front-loaded it with Green Lantern, Flash. I would have front-loaded it with the guys that's on the milk box, with the guys that's on the lunch box.
Yeah.
Pulling out, listen, we all love Swamp Thing, but we heads. Heads will always love Swamp Thing, from Adrienne Barbeau back in the day, doing her thing, getting
Why are your hands like this?
wet t-shirt.
Why are your hands like this?
Like, that's in a fight.
Getting wet t-shirt.
Like Adrienne Barbeau She had a whole lot to do with this role.
Yeah, but it seems like Mr. Gunn, a lot of his personality is coming out, and he's putting out projects that he likes. I don't know if that's profitable.
See,
two different things.
It could be. The thing is, as a creator,
yes,
the things that you're into are the things you're going to do the best work on.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And to be honest, to be fair, he's got a huge rat's nest to sort out.
Okay. Oh, of course.
That might be the best place for him to start, in all honesty, is just start with what he's interested in. That way he can put his all into that without getting stressed out or overstressed and build from there.
But he has a caveat of DZ watching, DZ want profits, and maybe the public, and everyone could chime in on this. The public was not really in love with his reboot of the Suicide Squad. They really
the first one.
I actually like the Suicide Squad.
The numbers are no.
Better than the first one. Sure.
It was a lot better than the first one. He
seemingly has an infatuation with
Guardians of the Galaxy, lesser known characters, and put them out there, and it was a good story.
Yeah.
What was the John Cena joint?
Peacemaker.
Great, man.
Oh, the critics loved it.
Hilarious, loved it.
Yeah.
The critics loved it. I mean,
that man is a punk.
I just feel the 4-year, I call it the 4-year threat. You got 4 years. Zablov wants an MCU. You're not going to get an MCU in 4 years. You know that. I know that. The public knows that. You're not. They've got too much. But Zablov wants an MCU, or maybe the implication that is going forward. How do you guys feel about a 25-year-old Clark Kent first learning he's Superman and a new Superman mythology on previously old elements? I hate to say this name, but Zack Superman went through some emotional roller coaster thing that obviously the majority of the audience did not like. I'm not talking about the fans. The fans, you guys love what he did with the Superman character, the Batman. You guys loved it. But the majority overall did not like it. And I think that's personal to the talking about all of it, from Man of Steel on, the majority didn't like it.
I wasn't a big fan of everything outside of Man of Steel. Man of Steel I enjoyed, but Man of Steel had its flaws. Like they didn't like they really knew how Superman's powers worked, or they figured that out. Yeah, it's like what he can't breathe Earth's atmosphere. Like what is that?
I guess he tried to put a realization that the solar energy is, and he's really a Kryptonian growing up, and that when his powers would start to activate, he would change. Like we all go through the changes, but we're human. He's going through the changes. He's another. I mean, I get what Snyder was doing, that he would have an adverse effect of not being able to breathe, a racing heartbeat, maybe numb. I get all of that, and I don't think that was the problem. I think it was he wasn't truth, justice, in the American way, which they don't say that anymore.
Yeah, that's George Reeves. That's the George Reeves era, and plus, with a certain orange president,
Yeah, I mean,
he just acting up, anything American that makes it seem like, oh, we can't say that and everything else.
Yeah, you don't want to offend it, but I'm just wondering. Here's the other thing. The other take: a 25-year-old Superman Legacy. I did read the Frank Quitely. I love that book. I love Man of Tomorrow. I love all that stuff. But a 25-year-old Superman in 2023, we don't have reporters like that anymore. No one's out there chasing the beat, chasing the story. Print is dead. I hate to say that.
It is.
It's true.
When was the last time you really picked up a newspaper?
Print is dead, and the current newspapers' websites are struggling to stay alive. Like everybody gets their news off of like social media now.
Exactly.
So maybe that'll be the premise of his new Clark Kent. So then, will all the other elements? Will he have a Lois Lane? Do you need a Lois Lane? Do you need a? I was about to say Lou Grant. Do you need a Perry White? Do you need a Perry White in today's? Yes. And will Perry White be 32 years old?
No, he should be at least 40.
Yeah, he's definitely old.
Will Perry White be out of Silicon Valley? Maybe.
And you can't really have the Lois Lane of old that's always getting into trouble.
You can't have that, no. Ed, what do you think about that? You can't have that. It doesn't make sense today. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
How could you have a girl? She's always out unless she's in Vice, you shouldn't be getting in the face of this type of element. I mean,
that personality still exists today. If you write it correctly, you can make it work.
Okay.
I mean, but you have to seriously write, and that's what they're missing these days. You have to write to make it fit. You got to think about the area you're in, go back to the source material and try to merge that. Not the old, throw it up against the wall and see what sticks kind of thing.
Yeah.
You have to get the perspective of today's woman in this era. Maybe they're bloggers.
Okay.
Vloggers or something like that, and they're rushing to get the story. You're gonna have to get somebody who's like a Wendy. She might have to make it like a Wendy Williams type of nosy chick that just want to find out every damn thing. Mm-hmm. Which gets her in trouble, and she's gonna have to be saved every damn story.
There could be some. I mean, maybe she is a blogger, but maybe there's some valid reason why she's chasing down this story. I mean, her family is military. There could be some that she's trying to expose for her family. And Lois Lane is that type of strong-willed person that would seek out that truth at almost all costs, and that could get her into trouble where Superman needs to.
Yeah, because after a while, I was like, Lois, would you just sit your ass down?
Yeah, it was to the point where her old persona. What's that old saying in the comedy shows? Why hasn't somebody killed you yet? You're a pain in that. You always do everybody. Boom.